and welcome to Meet the Artist. I'm here today with DJ Jett, so welcome DJ Jett.
How you doing? How you doing? Greetings.
Awesome, I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm well. Just drank some tea. Just, walk my dog. So nothing much.
Yes, very chill, relaxing morning. That's a good way to start. So we're really excited to have you here, especially because we are going to have you as our entertainment for our upcoming event, Taste of the Arts, on April 14th. So we're really excited to just get to know you more and get to know your background. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your background as an artist?
So I was born in Syracuse, New York, July 11th, 1996. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom was heavily into music. She was actually a DJ before I was born, and she pretty much gave it up to give birth to me. So music was always around the house. It was always a huge factor in my life. Just from like CDs being around from anywhere from Pink Floyd to James Brown. You had some Nirvana and you had Janet Jackson. So it was like a wide range of music. So I grew up with a huge palette. And around the age of 13 or 14, I decided just to start mixing music myself and getting into it. And it just took off from there. I just got picked up by teen parties and did my own prom, did other proms. So, came to Buffalo 2014 for college. And that's when my DJ just kind of elevated. I got along with the Buffalo Bills. I hooked up with UB, just a little bit of the Sabres. So it's been cool so far. It's been an interesting journey. Met a lot of cool people. I'm just happy to be here and, thankful to be able to do what I do full time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So would you say that your mom was kind of the inspiration towards DJing? And like, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but I mean, from like the beginning to now, did you anticipate like when you were 13 starting that you would be doing this as a career, or did it just start as like a hobby and just kind of grow from there?
Yeah. I always was the kid who I knew I didn't want to work, so to speak, a regular job. I just knew it wasn't for me. Not that I can't do it. It's just not my preferred way to live. So yeah, my mom was always like, just go to school, get your education, and then do whatever you want after that. Very supportive of my DJing. She dropped me off to gigs before I could even drive. Like, she invested some money into it. So yeah, she was always very supportive of me in that. So I was very thankful for that.
And you kind of talked about it too, of just the array of DJ experience you have. So like when you're entering an event, how do you kind of prepare, when you're going from like Buffalo Bills to a party? How are you preparing your kind of set, and what do you do? Do you work more with the clients, or is it more like your own inspiration of what you feel the vibe would be?
Well, all of the above, truthfully. I like to ask the client what they would want from me. A lot of the times I just get as much music as possible, do a lot of extensive research into these events, go to some of these events, go to hockey games. Like I DJed some of the hockey games in my high school and here. So just go to the games, see what's being played. And one thing I've always like learned while DJing is you can never prepare. You literally cannot prepare. Like you can have all the music, that's fine, but you don't know what's actually going to be expected of you because you don't know who's going to be there. And the best DJs, I think, read the crowd, and judge the music based off of the crowd, because, for example, you might be preparing for a 45th-year-old birthday party. You're like, okay, I got some old school, I got some funk, I got some disco, because that's what they want. But it might just be a 40-year-old dude who has all of his nieces and nephews there, and they want to hear the latest hip hop, so don't go into it with one mindset. Always keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, just absolute creativity, which is fun. I mean, that's what keeps, your career so exciting and different every day. So obviously, with everything going on, COVID stopped a lot of those events that you would have been, at DJing. So how did that impact your ability to create? And I mean, did you go virtual? Have you been sharing your art more virtually since then, or?
So if I'm being completely honest here, I kind of went into a slight depression. It was really sad. I was actually DJing at a bar called Savoy on St. Patrick's Day. And midway through the DJ set, the police came in, they shut the whole thing down because COVID was in effect at that moment, which, you know, I was like in my car, I was crying because I didn't know what DJing was going to be anymore. I didn't know if it was going to be a thing. I thought everything was going to be shut down forever. Like, this is it. And at the time, it was my full-time job. So kind of just lost my job right there. And, you know, I picked up a job at a call center, which was not favorable at all, but I made the best of it. And COVID, you know, kind of slowed down a little bit. Now I'm back working full time, and it's great. But it really taught me just to, you know, always flex my options, keep a plan B, even though the best plan B is a strong plan A. But still, I'm just petting my dog. She's like coming under me trying to figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, just you know, always have a backup, save money, you know, always have something stored and tucked away in your pocket, and nothing is forever. So, you know, even when you're having fun doing your thing, always plan on the next step up.
Absolutely. And kind of speaking on that advice, you know, for someone who's interested, who's a young person that wants to pursue a career in music, or even more specifically DJing, what advice would you give them?
Do a lot of research, find out exactly who the person is that's doing what you want to do, contact them, talk to them, look at their Instagram, look at their videos, check everything out. I do so much research still to this day about other DJs and producers that I really like, clubs that I really want to go to. I manifest everything in my life. Manifestation is big. And anyone that's trying to come up, you should learn about manifestation and what that really means. You know, to me, it means telling yourself or putting out little bits of energy into the universe of things that you want to do, putting in the work and then watching it happen. It always happens every single time. I meet every idol of mine, so to speak. I meet them all the time. I was actually in Pittsburgh this weekend with like a really famous DJ, just like hanging out because I was a kid eager to learn and I did the research. So my strongest advice is do the research on your music, idols, in the market that you're in, so that way you're well equipped, and also save your money too. That's huge. Definitely gotta save your cash.
Great advice. So, you know, we're an arts and education organization, so we have a huge passion of getting the arts in schools. So for you, what does arts and education mean, and what importance does it have for you and your upbringing when it comes to music and art?
So my degree from Buffalo State is actually in arts and letters. So that's like right up my alley. Pretty much, you know, finding ways to express yourself and in the most clear way possible, the most direct way, knowing your demographic, basically just, you know, keeping yourself creatively motivated, you know, and just finding healthy ways of going about that. It's very important. The arts rule the world. You know, you always have a place in the world, and you should always know that. So that's my advice. And just, what's up? What's up? She wasn't getting the.
She's like, this is my time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we love it. We never get a little dog feature, so that is very exciting.
Yeah, she knew what was going on, so she just wanted to find a way to get in. But yeah, I mean, just stay creative, stay motivated, and it's okay to be unmotivated sometimes and uncreative. Like, you know, you need that you time, that time to do the inner work and to find yourself and to just do nothing. You know, it's okay to do nothing sometimes, as long as you're, you know, ready to bounce back and you're going to charge back. So yeah, it's all about balance, yin and yang, and all that stuff.
So what are you currently working on? Any gigs that you have upcoming that you're excited about?
Yeah, I'm actually DJing in Miami, Florida for spring break. It's at the spot called Hyde Beach, March 16th. It's pretty much like one of the top rated day parties in the United States. So I'm super excited for that. I'm going down for 3 days with some friends. We're getting a B&B. I also got a few upcoming gigs with my band. I'm actually in 2 bands. I play bass in 2 bands. The band's called Wakefield here in Buffalo. There's another band in Philadelphia. So we're just gearing up for the summer. We're going to be doing a lot of events. So I'm just getting my chops up and practicing for that. But, you know, normal gigs I do every weekend. I'm at Savoy on Elmwood in Buffalo, also 500 Pearl, Patrick's Rooftop in Buffalo. So, you know, I'm just thankful to be able to DJ full time. Honestly, I love waking up and doing whatever I wanted to do. I've dreamt of this since I was a kid. So I am taking full advantage of that. Other than that, just producing some music here and there, teaching myself how to, compose music. I got a couple guitars, some pianos over here. So, just keeping myself busy. That's all you really can do. You can't be too stagnant. And you also don't want to overwork yourself. So I'm just trying to find a healthy balance and doing yoga outside of that, playing basketball, just, trying to be more of a well-rounded individual, which I think is going to make you the best artist you possibly can be. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always like that balance. I feel a lot of our teaching artists always are telling us that same thing of just like you have to find the balance between life and art and find the things that bring you joy outside of art, because it can't always, depend on that. So you named a couple of things, but where can people find more information about you? Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, so you can just follow my Instagram at Element Jett. That's Element Jett. That's pretty much where I'll have everything. I'm working on a website as of right now. It will be www.djjett.com. That is dropping in April. But as of right now, just Instagram is fine. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to contact me. I love answering questions and helping out anyone that's genuinely eager to learn more about arts, music, anything of that sort.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially, I mean, all the time we have, students come through and they kind of will have some interest in something. And we always tell them, reach out to those people, reach out to those artists and, shadow them, learn more about what they do day to day, because that's how you really get into the business. So all great things to hear. I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. We're really excited to see you in April as well. So people will get to see your art in person.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. I can't wait. I'm actually preparing music for it now. But then again, am I preparing? Yeah, thank you.